Good morning and welcome to our live stream on the HEAT's YouTube channel for Media Day. I'm your host, Couper Moorhead, and we're going to get as many guys on the roster as we can today. But first, we're going to start with first-round pick Kasparas Jakučionis. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. It's good to talk to you again. And I know, everything has been such a whirlwind around the time you were drafted. As draft, summer league, your first time in the arena, all that stuff going on. Once you got a chance to process that stretch of time, what did you think you took away from that summer league, all that process?
Yeah, so it was a long summer, but I really enjoyed it with, like you said, all the process, starting with getting drafted, then going to summer league. And I think from summer league I took a lot. There was ups and downs, so I just stick to it, trust the process, try to do everything I can and control everything I can control.
Did you get to take a break after all of it? And when you did get a chance to relax, decompress at all, where did you go? What did you do?
Yeah, I got a little break. I went back home, met my family, my friends. So, yeah, but I still was working out there. But it was good to be back home.
Is it a little different going back home now that you're an NBA draft pick? Did people treat you differently at all?
I mean, it's all the same with my friends and family. Maybe in this city, they recognize me more, but I'm not a big fan of that. But it is what it is now.
You've been working out with a lot of these guys for a while. There's some guys you probably just started working out with in the past couple weeks or so. But even though you might have a comfort level with the franchise, with this building, with this court, are there any first day of school kind of nerves, anything going on that you're excited for today?
Yeah, I think, like you said, nerves and excitement is probably a similar feeling for me. It's like before every game, you're kind of a little bit nervous, but you're also very excited to start. So I would say this is the feeling right now.
Well, we've talked about it before, but have your expectations for yourself this year changed at all? Like once we get to the end of the year, what do you want to have accomplished? Do you want to break into the rotation? Do you want to play X amount of minutes? Like what are your goals for this year?
My goal is just focus day to day, basics, try to be the best version of myself I can be and be better than yesterday, Just taking little small steps.
For sure. What do you think you've improved on in the last few months? So you took that information from Summer League. What have you been working on in your game?
I would say just everything, mostly like just my shot, ball handling, and just basically everything working daily, basics. Try to be more consistent with everything.
For sure. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you, Kasparas. Thank you for joining us. You're our first guest.
I appreciate it.
Oftentimes the best guest, and we'll see you soon up at Boca for training camp, right?
Yep.
See you up there.
See you there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, folks. And we're back on our live stream on the HEAT YouTube page. I'm with Trevor Keels. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing good.
So I don't think our fan base knows you as well as some of these other guys. You were drafted 2022. Could you describe for us, just for a fan base that wants to get to know you, what your journey has been like to get to this point?
So I went to Duke for a year. Was Coach K last year. We went to the Final Four. Then I got drafted by New York Knicks, 42nd pick. in 2022 draft. Was with them for a year, and then my last 2 years I was with Iowa Wolves. So that's been my journey going into year 4. So I'm blessed, excited, grateful to be here. So
could you describe your game a little bit for people who haven't watched a lot of G League games?
I would say I'm kind of relentless. I can show my versatility. I think I can guard. I play on both ends, two-way player. I can make shots. I feel like I just bring that dog to the table. I feel like that's just carried me my whole life. That dog, relentless effort. So I think that's what I really bring.
That sounds like the literal definition of a Heat player. Exactly what you just said. So knowing that though, what made Miami the right fit for you at this point in your career?
I think just seeing their development over time, like everybody that comes through here, like gets developed. They really pour in. They really care about people here. And just seeing that, throughout my 3 years, like I knew this was the place I wanted to be, get here, so I can just continue to develop, take that next step. I do feel like, I'm getting there. I feel like I'm right there. And I feel like this organization definitely can help me get there. So
that development program has a reputation that precedes it in a way. You know that other guys have come through here with the same point as you and had success, right? Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I mean, it shows. I mean, you could just see it. You could see it through people that leave here and go to other teams and just be successful. Like, it shows. So it's definitely, it's shown. Yeah, so we're about to go up to Boca for training camp. What do you feel like you need to prove to Coach Spo and the staff in the next couple of weeks? Is there anything that you really want to show out on the court? I think like what I just said earlier, just showing who I am, showing that I'm a dog, a competitor. That's the DNA here. Just showing I really fit the DNA, and just show my personality. I think that's what carries me a long way. And just have fun. Just know. It's people wish they could be in this position. So, just have fun with it, be grateful, and just attack the challenge. So you're here. I'm sure you've been working out with Jahmir and Ethan, the young guys, and I'm sure you want success for them. That's part of this franchise, is success for other people. But there is a two-way spot open. So what is it going to be like? You've got guys that you want them to succeed, but it's going to be competitive too. What's that competition for that spot going to be like? Thanks. I mean, it's friendly competition. In between the lines, we competing, but off court, we all cool. We hang out. I think it's basketball. Like, you got to compete. It's a competitive sport. Like, everything. It's a competition, and we all for it. We all great guys. We all competitors. So it's going to be fun. And I'm up for the challenge. I think we all up for the challenge and gonna have fun with it. So it's definitely fun. This is a young team. It's a young roster, but there are some vets. Who are you looking forward to watching and learning from on the roster right now? I'll say kind of defensively. I'll say Davion Mitchell. I'll say just him defensively, what he does. The dog, right? Yeah. Just how he just cut people water off and just attack the game. It's definitely exciting to watch. I'll probably say another person I'll say Bam. It's not my position, but like just what he been doing here, like in the summer, just when we playing, just him kicking our butt, just him showing like it's his team and he the vet. It shows, it carries a lot. It just shows you that's what you're supposed to do when you're a vet. You're supposed to do that. So have you scored on Bam yet? I have, but he scored on me a lot too. Okay. So we had some battles, so yeah. Fair enough. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Pleasure to meet you, and we'll see you up in training camp. Yes, sir. All right. And we're going to keep going. We've got Jahmir Young up next, another one of our young guys. Very excited to talk to him. Jahmir, come on down. Appreciate it. Couper Moorhead, nice to meet you. Yeah, first time. So for the people who don't know you as well, could you describe sort of your journey to get to the Heat and how you've ended up in this spot right now?
Yeah, so I mean, out of Maryland, I graduated at University of Maryland, and then after that, I signed an E10 contract with Denver, and really went through that process. And then right after All-Star break in the Winter Showcase, I had a good showing, and I signed with the Chicago Bulls to the end of Summer League, and now here I am. Yeah. So, guys in your spot, we were just talking to Trevor, and he said the Heat's development program has a reputation that really attracted him to coming here. Was that something that, for you as well, you were like,
Miami is a place I want to go because that's where I'm going to get better.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just hearing how they push their guys individually and as a team is something that caught my eye, and somebody that somewhere I just wanted to go play, especially under Pat Riley and Spoelstra. Great Hall of Fame coaches. So for me, just being a young guy, just trying to come in, show what I can do, and me just feeling the most prepared going into the season with all the work that I've put in here in August.
How many times have you heard the phrase "get 1% better every day"?
Every day I hear it.
Every day.
Every day I hear it. But it's definitely something that I take with me, and I make sure I keep it in the back of my head. So.
Yeah. So you did get a brief taste of the big leagues, like you said, with Chicago. You got a few minutes after All-Star. How rewarding was that experience just to get to that point? And then how much did those minutes motivate you to get back to rotation minutes like that?
Yeah, I mean, it felt awesome. Just working my whole life for it, just being in front of the big lights, the big stage, something I dreamed of my whole life. So for me, just wanting to taste that again, get back to that point. So just pushing myself every day, just reminding myself how good that felt to be on that floor.
Could you describe a little bit about your game and who in the league, whether it was years ago you watched them or you're watching them now, who are you watching and saying, like, not just I model my game after, but I can follow their path to success?
Yeah, so for me, I feel like my style of play is, downhill, a crafty lefty, unselfish guard who likes to, run a team, get guys open shots, make the game easier for his teammates. And I feel like just growing up, just with my size, being left-handed, I model my game after, and I look at a lot of film on Jalen Brunson, Alvarado, Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah.
But my favorite player is Damian Lillard. So coming from a smaller school, for people who don't know, I went to UNC Charlotte my first 3 years of college. So I'm just starting at a smaller school and working my way up.
Weber State, right? Yeah. So you got the offensive role model and then a bunch of defensive guys too, right?
For sure.
So there's the young guys. You've got Trevor and Ethan and the young guys competing for these spots in camp. There is a two-way spot open, and I'm sure like these guys, you're close to them. You've been working out with them all the time. You love to see them have success, but there's a two-way spot open, and there's going to be competition for it. So what's that competition going to be like with camp with guys that you want to see them succeed, but you also want that spot too?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. All of us want the same thing. All of us want that spot. So for me, we're buddies off the floor. We're all, we all get along well. But once we step in between those lines, it's business. And at the end of the day, you have to know that, you have to realize that, and you really have to be mature about it and really just try to make a way for yourself.
So last thing is, Spo has a reputation at this point. He's not a young guy anymore. He's one of the top 15 coaches of all time. What have you learned from Spo? What have you taken away about from this experience, just knowing him so far before camp?
Yeah, just how invested he is with everybody. He's in and out the gym. I see him almost every day. He's interactive with, every player, no matter if you're the best player on the team or the guy that sits on the bench. So, just for me, just trying to just pick his brain as much as I can while I'm around, and and just work my tail off.
You can see being around him, there's a reason the development program works,
for sure,
right?
For sure.
Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks
It's a pleasure to meet you, and we'll see you up in Boca.
Yes, sir.
All right. So thank you, everybody, for sticking with us so far. This, again, is our live stream on the HEAT YouTube channel. I'm your host, Couper Moorhead. I will be with you throughout the day. And remember, our YouTube channel has all kinds of content for you. We've got HEAT Classics games. We've got a ton of those up. And we do take requests. If you drop in the comments and you want to see some games that are important to you, let us know, because we might be able to put an edit together just for you. That'll go out to everybody else as well. We've got podcasts new this year. I've got one up with Davion Mitchell right now. It's up on the YouTube channel. Please go check that one out. We've got After the Buzzer, our post-game analysis show with yours truly. We've got Inside Access, Inside the HEAT episodes. We've got all access shows. We have all kinds of content for you up on the YouTube page. And remember, when you want to watch these guys before going to YouTube, they'll be on FanDuel Sports all year long. So remember, YouTube all year. I'll be there with you. We're always taking comments, always taking requests. Love to be with you guys, and we will come back to you very soon. And we're back. I'm here with Ethan Thompson. Welcome back to our YouTube live stream. Pleasure to meet you for the first time.
Nice meeting you.
So before we get to any of the Heat stuff, you're a West Coast guy. Grew up in California. Went to Oregon State. I'm an Oregon guy. Unfortunately, I lean more towards Ducks in the Civil War. I'm sorry.
Go Beavs.
But,
Go
it's okay. But I love seeing West Coast guys out here because I get to ask them just how different is it being out in Miami? It's a different, very different place from the West Coast. So what's it just been like being in and around Miami?
Nah, definitely very different place. I mean, I feel comfortable in Miami. I'm a half Puerto Rican, so the Latin culture is out here for sure. The weather different from Oregon, but I mean, it's both sides come from have great upsides too. So
for sure. Not as well. It's rainy, but not the same kind of rain,
exactly.
right?
Not the same kind of rain.
So you've been in the G League system for a few years now. What made you want to sign with Miami? And obviously, there's a chance, you could end up in Sioux Falls with them as well. Yeah. What made you want to be as a part of the system?
No, I feel like they have a great track record of using guys in the G League, getting them onto the Heat, or if not onto other organizations as well. I feel like they, place players in the league not just for like a little bit of time either. They produce players that stick around in the NBA. So I feel like that's the ultimate goal, and I got a great opportunity to do that here. So
that's been a popular line of thinking, is that they have a reputation now that even if you're not going to end up on this team in a few years, they're going to put you in a place to have success in the league, right?
Definitely.
What's been different so far about this franchise? What have you noticed that they do differently here?
I feel like the way that everybody works, I feel like I mean, I've been a hard worker all my life, but then coming here and seeing a collective of from top to bottom, weight room, on the court, in the training room, just a bunch of hard workers, and I think that's a testament to the culture that they've built, and a large part of the reason why they develop these players.
Does that push you being around guys you can't slack, right?
Nah, definitely. It's like iron sharpens iron, so that's definitely what it is.
So I've asked Trevor this, I asked Jahmir this. You guys are working out. I'm sure you guys are tight because you guys are a workout crew, right? But there's an open two-way spot too. So you might want to see them have success, but you want that spot as well, I imagine. So what's that competition going to be like the next couple weeks?
No, definitely. I mean, I feel like it's going to be competition for sure. We're all talented players, and obviously we want the best for everybody, but also we're fighting for that spot. And definitely you got to play well, not individually, but as a collective as well. I feel like that's what stands out the most. How you will be useful, to the Heat organization as well. So I feel like that's the main focus.
So even though you're trying to earn your spot, this is also a great opportunity just to learn and to develop. Who among this is a young roster, but among the vets, who are you interested in watching and learning from on this team?
I mean, I think Bam sets the president. I think that the way he works as well. I think that watching him closely, seeing how he works, the details that he works, with footwork, whether it be like scoring one-on-one, stuff like that, trying to steal stuff from everybody's game, kind of just pick and choose. But
it's funny because Bam, once upon a time, he was a young guy, right? And now he's become that leader. For sure. So we are taking fan questions from our YouTube live chat, and we've got one for you from Joshua Kalen. What could you take from Heat culture to add or develop in your game?
I think carrying that sense of work ethic. I think that's what Heat culture to me has been about. Not just like with skill development, but in the weight room, in your conditioning, running up and down the court. I think like in all aspects of being a professional athlete, carrying that work ethic to every group.
I love that. You sound like a Heat guy to me, right? Thank you, Joshua, for your question. And thank you for joining us very much.
Appreciate
it's been a pleasure, and we'll see you up in Boca, right?
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. So we're going to keep going for a little bit, and we've got some people coming up next. But I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about, what Media Day feels like, because I've been saying this a couple of times. It's the first day of school, and it feels great. Hope springs eternal. Energy is high. It's a great day to be here, and we have someone I've been looking forward to talking to for a while now. Welcome back, Dru Smith. It's great to see you, sir.
Hi, I appreciate it.
I mean, Dru. where do we even begin, right? This has been quite a journey for you.
It's been a fight, man. It's been a fight.
You're back again, and we're all so happy to have you back. We have to talk about it. What's the rehab process been like, and how good does it feel like just to be back in the mix?
Yeah, man. It's been long, honestly. It's been long. Feels slow, but also at the same time feels kind of crazy that we're already, right back here. Yeah. So, yeah, it's kind of what I've been telling everybody. The Achilles is a little bit different, a little bit slower initially. They were really big on making sure, we were taking it slow and still, trying to make sure that we're monitoring everything that's going on. Yeah. But it's been good overall.
Well, I mean, we're so happy for you. And, now that most of those rehab days are behind you, I'm curious, who was your support system during that time?
Yeah, I mean, first, my wife, 100%. Yeah. She played basketball, so she understands, that side of it. And also, she had 5 knee surgeries herself. So, has been through the rehab processes.
So you've been on the other side of it for her.
Yeah. Well, not only one of them. I only knew when she did one of them. But, yeah, so it's been long, and there's days where maybe I'm feeling sorry for myself or things like that, and she's always there to pick me up, keep me going. Yeah. Obviously my family, and also just relying on my faith. That first Sunday afterwards, it was my family was here. They were planning on going up to Orlando to watch the game, and I was in a boot, barely walking. It was like where else should I be other than go to church on that Sunday? So it's like. All those things have definitely helped me through it all.
That's really awesome to hear. I don't know if everybody knows this, but even during this process, you've been around the team, you've been around the building. Why has it been important for you to stay and do all of that work here? And what is the relationship with the franchise really meant for you? Not just for this, but really for the past 2 years.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's always important to to still be around, to still. And I enjoy doing my rehab here. I enjoy it brings a little bit more life to it than just the monotony of coming in and you're doing the same thing every day. I love working with Jeff Ruiz. He's taken unbelievable care of me. We've seen a little bit too much of each other probably over the last 2 years. Like we've both been saying, I'm like, dude, next summer we got to get out of here. We got to go do something. But yeah, man, just the organization in general, it's been great. They've taken unbelievable care of me, and so I just why not be around everybody still, get to be a part of it, and you can still learn, you can still pick other things up, even though I'm just, sitting there.
Well, even though the injuries have been a big part of your storyline, we don't want to just talk about injuries all the time. And, back before the Achilles last year, you had put together a really good stretch of games. You were playing a lot. I mean, I know it might feel a long time ago, but what does it feel like, or what did that stretch of games of that positive play, what does it mean to you now? What do you feel like you can build off from that stretch? Yeah,
I mean, I think it just, gave me another little just confirmation that I can play at this level, that I can have a solid impact, and that whenever the time comes, obviously that was unfortunate, but I feel like whenever I get back to myself, that I'll be able to have an impact on the game.
So there was that trade midseason last year and brought in Davion Mitchell. I'm curious because you and Davion seem to have very similar mentalities as far as defense goes. Yeah. What do you think you guys can accomplish together, maybe as a guard tandem defensively? Because we know Spo loves to run the full court press back into the zone. What could you guys
for
do
sure.
there?
I think we can figure a lot of things out up there. The way he moves his feet, the way he just guards the ball in general it's unbelievable. And so I think. Yeah. We can definitely cause some issues up there, whether it's in the zone, in the man, all those different things. I think it'll be definitely fun to play with them.
Well, thank you again, everybody, for joining us, and thank you, Drew. It's amazing to have you back, and we'll see you soon. Back on the court in Boca, right?
Back to it.
All right. And we're going to keep going because now we're going to be joined by Simone Fontecchio, a new player with the Heat. Welcome, sir. I'm Couper Moorhead.
Simone,
pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes.
How are you?
So, man, you had a busy summer, right?
Little bit.
Yeah, you were out at Eurobasket, Latvia, and other countries playing for Team Italy. You got to the knockout stages. What did that whole experience mean for you?
It's always special when you go play for a national team. When you dress up with the blue jersey of Italy, and it's always a great experience. And overall, I'll say great experience, great summer.
Well, I don't know if people in Miami were all watching, but you did have a 39-point game, set the record for Team Italy, which was an awesome game. I don't know if that felt like an out-of-body experience, but what did that game feel like looking back on it?
I don't know. It was cool. It was a cool experience, definitely, especially because I started not very good the first 2 games, and then having that third one over there that was an important win for us against Bosnia was such a relief, but also gave me a lot of confidence going forward into the tournament. So it was special.
So, you have a major tournament like Eurobasket in the same summer that you got traded. So how did what you would regularly want to do during summer as far as development and your own workouts, how did your summer kind of come together for what you wanted to do?
Well, I think I had overall a pretty good summer. I was able to, first of all, it was probably the first summer after 2 years that I wasn't hurt.
Yeah.
Because the previous 2 summers I had some injuries. I had a couple surgery that I had to take care of on my left foot. But so this was the first summer I was really able, to get some rest, and especially to work on my body, on my game probably for 2 months straight. And then I got traded. I went to national team. So especially playing for a national team, as I say, is always special, but also gets you definitely in shape for the for the training camp and for the season.
So, I mean, you're an international guy. You've got international experience. This is a very international city. It's a bit of a different city sometimes.
Absolutely.
But what has the experience been like in Miami so far? How have you adjusted to living here?
No, it's been great so far. We've been here with my family for only like 2 weeks because, of course, I was busy all August and September. But overall, it's been great, and me and my family were loving it. And I always like it when I used to come here and play when I used to play with other teams. And
you had a couple games against them for Detroit, right?
Oh yeah. And as I said, it's special. I got a lot of friends here. A lot of Italian people lives here, so I know some people, and it feels good.
Well, when you heard about the trade, I know we talked to you a little bit right after the trade, but what excites you about being with this franchise and on this roster?
It was special. It was I told my agent that's one of the places I wanted to go for sure. Because I think I always admired, the HEAT culture, the way this franchise works, the way the people in this organization work, and I think it's a great environment for me. It's a great fit, and I've been loving it so far, and can't wait to get to work.
What have you taken from? You're fortunate to have one of the top 15 coaches of all time.
Yeah.
Now, what have you taken from Spo so far and the way he does his work?
No, it's been great. He came to see me in Rome when I was with the national team. We had dinner together. We had the chance to talk a little bit, and always admiring from the outside the way he's been coaching for the last 15 years. I don't know how many years, and it's been great to watch. And now that I'm inside, I'm eager to learn and to see how he is on the court, how he what kind of advice he can give me, and as I said, I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, we're very excited to have you. We'll see you on the court up in Boca. Thank you, Simone Fontecchio.
Appreciate it.
And we'll see you soon.
Ciao.
All right, and we're going to keep going because we've got someone practicing his corner threes with a mystery ball in the corner over here. We've got Terry Rozier coming right up. We're going to stay live. Terry, welcome. It's good to see you.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, it's been a while.
A little minute.
Terry, we are live, but you spent a little bit of time in Paris this summer for Fashion Week. I'm curious as how was that, and what made you want to be a part of that?
Well, it's actually my, third year doing it, and it gets better every time. Obviously, I love clothes. I'm into fashion, and just going there, just the atmosphere, seeing the environment, seeing how everybody obviously put their clothes on, how they go about their brand. So it's just dope. And like I said, it get better every year.
Were there any outfits that you saw that were like, that's cool, but I don't think I can pull it off?
It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them.
Well, I mean, it's curious. I've been around the league for a little while now, and I feel like more and more players are actively involved and curious about the fashion world. Why do you think that? Why is that a trend lately?
I think because when the tunnel fits became a thing, like people make the tunnel fits a big deal, what you wear into the game and stuff like that. I think it go hand in hand. athletes want to, look good and be in their best stuff. I think a lot of athletes want to create their own brands too. So a lot of that go hand in hand. So.
Do you have some fits already planned for this year?
Oh yeah, for sure. I got a little something.
Yeah, you never disappoint there.
Right,
so I'm sure, as far as on-court stuff, last year might not have been your favorite year. It was a little bit of up and down, but that's the thing about last year. Last year, right? And now we're on to the next thing. And what are you looking forward to about this season on the court?
Just the opportunity to just go out there and play and showcase, Terry Rozier that everybody want to see. Obviously last year didn't go as planned, but I'm human, and I did a lot of looking myself in the mirror over the off season. I'm ready for the season, whatever comes with it. But yeah, it's been good. This off season's been good to me. So
do you feel like are there things that you maybe for this roster specifically that you want to change about your game, or do you just need to be the better version of you than you were last year?
Just be a better version of me, man. I'm not obviously trying to come in and change my whole. That's not realistic. Me changing my whole game. So obviously, just doing what I do and using my strengths along with everybody else that I'm playing with.
Yeah. Now, it's a younger roster than you guys started out with at the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
A lot of young guys fighting for minutes. It's going to be interesting to have that competition going on. What do you think you guys with this roster can put together? What can this team do together?
We can surprise a lot of people. Obviously, people looking at Tyler being out, us making some trades, us being a young team and stuff like that. But we all having one goal in mind, and we all coming together from day one, which would be tomorrow. And we had a conditioning test last week. Just the camaraderie, everybody being together is different from the last year when everybody could just do it on your own. So already right there, we already building that, and I think it's gonna be exciting.
You've been in the league for a minute now, right? You're not a young guy anymore.
Yeah, facts.
Do you kind of look at these young guys and feel like you can also take on a leadership position and kind of bring them along as well?
For sure. It ain't so much about being vocal. It's a lot of times, leading by example. Just showing them, maybe staying late, getting shots up after, or shooting before. Just little things like that. And then maybe if I see some things, I say, say some stuff here and there. But 11 years, man, go by fast for sure.
What I'm curious, last thing, but what is Erik Spoelstra and your relationship with him meant to you over the past, 2 years, year and a half?
It's been amazing, man. It's been amazing. It's somebody I don't just look at as a coach, but a mentor who knows a lot about the good things in life and how you want to be successful. So I think we all respect him in that, and then it make it easier for us to respect him on the basketball court.
Yeah, he always seems like he cares about the person first.
Oh yeah,
and then the player second.
For sure.
Right?
Super insensitive.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's great to see you, and we'll see you up in Boca.
Yes, sir, for sure.
Up soon.
Appreciate it.
All right, folks, and we've got another guy coming up right now. We've got Pelle Larsson. Pelle, it's great to see you. Welcome back.
What's up?
Yeah, we've got a lot planned. Pelle, you had a busy summer. You were over in Eurobasket playing for Sweden. Once that initial sting of the loss wore off, and you were able to take a step back and think about what you guys were able to accomplish, what did you take away? How did you feel about that entire Eurobasket experience?
I was just proud of the players that enabled me to be there in the first place. Like, we had to work hard to even qualify, and I wasn't there for that. So that was during the year when I had my NBA season, and they were playing during their break, essentially, from their club, playing extra games during their season to get us to qualify. So I was just thankful and proud of those guys for being accomplished that, and then the fact that we took advantage of that and made it the best Eurobasket ever for our nation, that was special.
I know you describe yourself as a role player. That's you're an actualized role player, but there were times where that team needed you to be the featured offensive guy, bringing the ball up the court, some ISOs, some offensive creation, more than we've seen you do here. Did you take naturally to that after so many years, as you've said, playing sort of a specific role?
Yeah, it definitely. I had time to adjust. We had a month of training camp and friendly games and stuff like that. So I kind of blended in to a role that you eventually saw in Eurobasket. But it's really just doing the same things as a role player, just more of you get just more touches, more opportunities, more closeouts and stuff like that, and then obviously a little bit more slack too. It was nice to do some bad plays and still get the ball the next possession.
Yeah, you can make a few more mistakes, right?
Yeah.
After Eurobasket finished, did you get some time to go back home and relax and decompress a little bit?
No, I came straight here.
Yeah.
Right after
It was time to
the
work.
loss. It was time to. I mean, this feels like my home now. Like I have my apartment and stuff. So I just kind of wanted to get here and get settled in real good before the season.
So this is your second media day. You're not a rookie anymore. What feels different, even just about all this stuff going on? What feels different in year two?
Yeah, just maybe not looking around as much and like being, surprised or whatever.
Sure.
Just like I know what it is. I know it's gonna go long into the day probably, and it's kind of a grind this day, but it's fun to see all of you guys and everyone that talks to us and see them in person.
Does it feel so? You feel more comfortable?
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, going into this season with expectations for yourself, and I'm sure you want to be in the rotation, but am I even aiming too low with that? What are your expectations for yourself as far as your role in the team?
I mean, I've been thinking lately, I kind of have, like, same as my rookie year, like, no expectations, just go in, like, you're not going to play a single minute, like, just try to earn everything from the start, ground up, like I tried to do last year, because it's tough. Nothing in the NBA is, like, given, like, because you had one, like, pretty good year or one pretty good game doesn't mean anything for the next game, so... just coming in with no expectations, really. Just trying to earn everything again.
Love that. So we are taking fan questions because we're live on YouTube, and we've got a couple ones from our fans. First, we've got one from Trendy Jukes, who asks, what is your pregame meal?
Pre-game meal? I can only have one.
Do you have one that you have regularly? Or do you mix it up all the time?
No, I try to mix it up as much as possible. We got a lot of games, so that would be pretty repetitive.
What's your favorite pregame meal?
Favorite pre-game meal?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, probably something lean, chicken or just whatever it is. Make sure it has protein, carbs, and a little bit of salad.
Sure, love that. And we got one more from Hot Dog Water.
Okay.
And he asks, or she asks, what was your welcome to the NBA moment last year?
It was in preseason when we played the Grizzlies, and I had a fast break layup, and this guy, he's pretty athletic, he was following me, and I slow stepped him, and his name is Jahmir, and he jumped up in the air, and I slow stepped and waited for him to come down, and then he never came down, and he blocked my shot.
Yeah, Ja will do that sometimes, right?
It happens.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's great to see you, and we'll see you very soon in Boca. Thanks for joining us. Pelle Larsson, everyone. And we've got, I was in a photo. That was great. You'll see that one soon. We've got Jaime Jaquez Jr. coming up soon. He's taking Polaroids. He's making the magic happen. Jaime, it's great to see you.
How you doing?
Welcome back.
What up? YouTube live?
Yes, sir. We are live. So before we get into basketball, I'm just curious about your summer. What did you do to reset and decompress this summer? What adventures did you get up to?
Man, I did a lot of things. I went to California, back home, got back to my roots. I got to go to Big Bear on 4th of July.
Nice.
Spent some time at the lake, which was a really fun time. Then I went to Greece, and then I was back in Miami for a while. So it was a good summer.
What was your favorite part of Greece?
There was a lot of favorite parts.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing the Acropolis was absolutely breathtaking. I'm a history major and I love ancient Greece, so to be able to go there and see that with my own eyes was really amazing.
Yeah.
And then I went to Mykonos as well. And
beautiful.
Yeah, the Adriatic Sea is beautiful. I bought some a little snorkeling equipment and just went out there and was out in the ocean just looking at fishes and
do you see
what
any
was at the
fish
bottom.
and you had to I might swim the other way from this one?
No, I didn't see any too big. I saw a bunch of little ones. There were some pretty cool ones, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I love Greece too. Going back when I was a kid, I love reading the myths. When you think back to last season, I'm sure personally it might not have been the season that you wanted to in terms of putting together exactly what you wanted, but what does that season give you to build off of as well?
Yeah, I think it gives a lot to build off of. when you get so low, there's only one place to go, and that's up. So, that's kind of the mentality that I've been taking. And I think, overall, I obviously wasn't happy with my performance, and, overall the team's performance as well. I think it was very underwhelming, not just for myself, but everybody. And, there's a lot of things that I need to work on, and you start to realize that, as a team, we got to come together, and as individuals, we got to get on the same page. And I think, this is a great opportunity to reset and go into camp with a clear mind and a clear vision of what we want this season to look like.
Is there any part of your game that you felt like, based on the last 2 years, that you wanted to really shape or develop or add to your game?
Yeah, a lot of things I want to add. I think, as well as that, just leaning into a lot of my strengths, understanding what got me here and what I did to get on the court in the first place. So just kind of leaning into my strengths, as well as adding new things, just continuing to get better with my 3-point shot, defensively, just trying to be the best guy I can be, be very vocal out there, understanding help side, gaps that I need to be in. So just a whole array of things. And, this training camp, we're really excited to get back and, continue to work on that stuff.
Well, we know as a core part of your game, there's not a lot of guys that get downhill like you. So you've always got that to build on, right?
For sure.
So we do know that Tyler's going to be out for a little while, but it's not like a long thing. It's the intermediate period of time. So I'm curious as to how that affects the roster, because there's obviously, minutes that have to be filled, roles that have to be filled, but it's also not going to be for 3 or 4 months as well. So what's this kind of vacuum that he's going to leave behind going to be like for the next month or two?
Yeah, I think it just gives a lot of us an opportunity to step up and I guess, gain confidence in these roles and put ourselves in a good position for when he comes back. It's not like we're crawling and fighting. We want to be in a good, comfortable position. By the time he gets back, win a lot of games, and when he gets back, act like he never missed a step, and welcome him back with open arms, and understand all the work that he's put in for his time here in Miami.
For sure. Well, thank you very much for joining us, Jaime. It's great to see you, and we'll see you up in Boca, man.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to keep going. We've got this guy, Nikola Jović. Thanks for coming back, man. It's great to see you. How are you? Man, I'll let you guys know that Nico will always say hi to everybody in every room. This is one of the nicest guys in the league, and we're happy to have him.
Thank you.
Eurobasket probably didn't result in it wasn't the result that you as a team wanted to achieve, but I'm curious, as to now that you've had some time to take a step back and think about the whole experience, what did you think of the experience, and what did you personally take away from the tournament?
I mean, we didn't get where we wanted to be. We really. Everybody set the goal, to get the gold medal and everything, and I think it got over our head. We kind of everything, things didn't figure out for us, you know. But the Eurobasket was really important for me, especially coming off of injury last season, to get some games in and kind of sell things up and get some game reps back, and especially playing with the. One of the better competitions, and playing in a team with the best player in the league right now, and it was really important for me. I think I learned a lot.
So we are taking some fan questions because we're live on YouTube, and we've got one from Crimson 8K, and they want to know, as part of Eurobasket, what parts of your game were you working on specifically?
I mean, I just feel like most of the important thing for me basketball-wise was just perfecting the things I'm good at. That transition, my 3-point shot, the low post, attacking small defenders. I think those stuff was really important for me, and I felt like I got to perfect them. I didn't work on pull-up twos and some crazy step-back threes because, realistically, I'm just not gonna do it.
Spo approved, yeah. There you go.
I mean, that's just how the game works, I'm never gonna be Norm, and never gonna do the same stuff that Norma does. But I'm gonna be me and do stuff that I know I can do and I can be good at. So just perfecting those things was the most important thing for me.
It's amazing that it's year 4. You already, man, it feels like you were drafted just yesterday. Does it feel different? Do you feel like almost a vet now? Like you've experienced all this a few times?
No. Yeah. I still feel pretty young. I mean, I am. 22. I would say that's pretty young.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
I feel like it feels different, you know. I wouldn't say I feel old, but you know, I feel like I'm a little older. You know, that it's been 4 years. It's really insane.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing. It's almost in a way that you might not be old, but a lot of things aren't going to take you by surprise anymore, right?
Yeah. Now everything I feel like know how things work. You know, I know what to expect on a media day. You know, so
and that matters a lot, right?
Yeah.
So you mentioned a little bit, but injuries have gotten in your way a little bit over the past couple of years, but you have had flashes, really long stretches of sustained, really great play. So I'm curious, is those stretches that you've had, do you feel like they've been enough to figure out your role, not just on the team, but like your pathway to success in the league? You talked about just figuring out what your game is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, I think they do. You know, I think it's pretty simple to, you know, when you talk about me, to know what I'm going to bring to the table. Can I do more? Probably. Do I have to show it? Of course. But I think it's pretty obvious what I bring to the table at this point right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, hopefully, you know, our team understands it and they know exactly, you know, how they look at me, you know. But yeah, hopefully we'll figure everything out, and I'm gonna have a role that, you know, suits me and suits the team good enough.
Does starting bench, does that matter to you, or is it just making sure you get the minutes?
Yeah, it matters a lot to me, you know, because I feel like everybody want to be a starter. Did I play better off the bench last year? Yeah, I did, but it's all about, you know, matchups, the lineups, you know, stuff. So, but still, I want to be a starter no matter what. I think that's the most important thing for me.
So we've got one more fan question coming in. This is from Brendan David, and we'll finish with this. He just wants to know simply, how is it like playing alongside Mr. Jokic?
Unbelievable. You know, best. I mean, he's the best player in the world for me. You know, you can argue if it's him.
I'm not
Shea,
gonna argue.
Whoever, you know. I mean, Shea had unbelievable skill and everything. You know, for me, you know, he's the best player in the world. Someone who just understands the basketball, you know. And a lot of people ask, like, oh, what can you learn from that? What kind of move? You can't really do what he does in terms of moves, but what he can help you with is understand the game of basketball, you know, kind of easier. He makes it look pretty easy because he does the kind of simple stuff. He does them perfectly, you know. The stuff that you always do, he does them really good, and he knows what he got to do. He gets to his, you know, spots. He sees everything on the court. It was just unbelievable. I mean, as you saw, you know, I had so many easy looks and so many easy baskets just because of him, and it was really a pleasure, you know, playing with him. I can just imagine how it is playing a full season with him. You know, you got to be.
He can make passes other people just can't. Make. Well, man, it was great to see you. Pleasure. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you on the court very soon.
Yep.
All right, appreciate it, man. All right, and next up, we've got a former HEAT first-round draft pick who's now back with the team, and Precious Achiuwa. Precious, thank you for coming back.
Thank you.
So I gotta say, you were on the team a few years ago, but I don't think we've ever met in person because it was such a weird time period. I mean, we don't need to rehash what all that was like, but do you feel like you're getting the real HEAT experience now versus that first year?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I never had this. I never, you know, saw this many people in the same place when I was here, but man, it's nice.
Did you ever think, once you were traded that first time, did you think you'd ever find your way back here?
I mean, at that point in time, that's like the last thing in your mind. You know, you're just trying to focus on, you know, what's ahead of you at the moment. But I'm definitely happy to be back. You know, so yeah.
Did you keep in contact with Spo? I'm curious, as when guys leave the team, do you keep in contact with anybody here?
So it's funny because me and Spo, every once in a while, we kind of like just, you know, tags. You know, even when I got traded, he reached out to me. We texted back and forth, and whenever we play against the Heat or, you know, whatever the case is, we always like, you know, talk, just kind of like short talk. So what's up? But
did you, for our fans maybe who might not watch other teams as much, how has your game changed since you were here? Since you were in Toronto and New York?
I mean, a lot of experience, a lot of high-level basketball experience, I would say. From Toronto, you know, being in the playoffs over there, and then going to New York, obviously, the past 2 years, a lot of success. It's a lot of experience. You know, you learn a lot from being in that atmosphere. You go talk about, semifinals in the Eastern Conference, and then the next year, you know, Eastern Conference Finals, 50 plus games both years. So it's a lot of basketball, a lot of winning basketball, a lot of high level basketball. So
you had some great moments.
Yeah,
for sure. Did you know, like you said, you were keeping in touch with Spo, but when it became time this summer to make a decision, you were a free agent. You chose to come back here.
Yeah.
What made this the right fit for you to come back at this point in your career?
I mean, I think the reason why I feel it's the right fit for me to come back is it fits the type of person that I am, you know, type of player that I am, I would say.
Yeah.
High intensity, you know, high competitive type of player. So for me, coming back here was an easier decision, you know, just because I know the organization kind of embodies the type of player that I am.
Yeah.
High level competition. There's a lot of competitors on the team. Even Spoel himself is a high level competitive coach. So I want to be around that. You know, I think for one of our first conversations we had this summer was, you know, like I'm competitive, you know, you're competitive, you know, I think it's a good match, you know. That's kind of like how the initial conversation went, you know. But yeah, that's ultimately what it came down to.
And you play defense.
Yeah.
You love defense, right? So I'm curious, I mean, when you were drafted that first year, I mean, Bam had already become Bam, but he was still one of the younger guys around, and now he's been in the league for a while. He's almost a vet. How has Bam changed, not just his game, but the way he handles the team? And
I mean, it's funny you asked that because I remember the first day I walked in, and Bam kind of came upstairs, and I was just looking at him. I'm like, that's crazy, you know. I remember my rookie year, UD was kind of like the voice, you know, where he would say something, he would step up, boom, he would say something. Bam is that now. So it's just amazing just seeing that transition, you know, and that growth in his personality. Bam is not someone that likes to talk a lot, you know, that's mostly UD, but then now seeing him in that role, just showing he's grown a lot as a player.
Yeah, he's taken a lot from UD in that way too, just
absolutely.
maybe with a few fewer colorful words in his speeches, right?
Yeah, nicer words, definitely.
Well, it's great to have you back.
Thank you.
Pleasure to see you, and we'll see you up in Boca soon on the court.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks. That's Precious Achiuwa, everyone. And now we're going to be joined by one of our younger guys who I just saw at Summer League a little while ago, which feels like yesterday. Maybe it wasn't. Keshad Johnson, welcome back, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's good to see you. So last time we talked was at Summer League, and I think we were in San Francisco. I wasn't there for Vegas. So put together all of Summer League for me. What was the experience like for you?
The experience this year, Summer League, it felt a little longer than last year.
Okay.
Just by, I feel like as you get older, you're more like you're less anxious for everything. So everything kind of like moves slower, you know. But it was good. It was good. I feel like it allowed me to go into a leadership role within the Summer League team and young guys, you know. So it was overall learning effort. Started off playing in front of the family. That was great. Going back to the hometown, the Bay Area, going into Las Vegas. Everybody was competing. That was fun. Again, it's always good to like get that kid like, hey, you feeling again. So it was just fun overall.
You know, after that last game when you guys were flying to Vegas, I was walking back to the hotel and with Josie, our videographer, and your whole family was walking out. There was like 20 people deep. We're trying to weave through them. They saw our HEAT logos on our shirts. They were excited for you. It's really cool. There was an open practice, I think, and you had your own cheering section. It was just a really cool experience there. But you mentioned that leadership responsibility, and we were watching practices, and you were taking young guys, and you're a young guy too, but they were younger than you. You're taking them aside, giving them help. You're making speeches. You're captaining groups in practice. Why was that important for you to become a leader to those guys, even though with this group it might not be what you're going to be all the time?
It was just important just because I kind of like know what they expect, what the organization expect, know what the higher ups expect, and just guys coming in. Sometimes they need one of their fellow peers to tell them in a different way that probably a coach can't tell them. And I kind of like take pride in being able to communicate within just my circle, whoever's around me. And I'm also a good listener too. So if they know more than me within something, they can also tell me, and I'm able to just take all that, whatever they telling me, and you know, and grow from there. So just making each other knowledgeable. That's all it's really about. It's not really about wanting to just be a leader. It's just it's if you got it, you got it. You know, and we all gonna help each other.
That's great. I love it. We've talked about this before, but the HEAT development program, there's your year 1, year 2, year 3. There's certain steps you take along the way. Now that you are entering year 2 officially, have your expectations for yourself changed? Has, you know, what role you think you could earn? Has that changed your goals? How has all this changed in year 2 for you?
I don't feel like I really got my feet wet last year enough for me to really change the goal. Like I feel like the main thing is still the main thing. I still coming in with that first year fire in a sense. You know, I don't feel like my name is known hardly at all. So I'm still going in with the kind of fire that's trying to like make my name be known and still impact winning for this team, for this organization.
One of the guys who had his name out there this summer was your boy Pelle. He was out there playing for Sweden. How much of his games did you watch, and what was that experience like watching him compete?
Yeah, so I watched about two of his games, and we all know what Pelle do. We all know he's competitive. Going out there and seeing him take that fire and doing it for his country, that's a whole different ball game. So just seeing him really go out there and play against like older guys as well, like real NBA vets, and as him being like kind of like the primary guy for his team, that's it's just happy to see.
Did you guys ever have a rematch at the bowling alley? Did you guys get back there?
Nah, we never got back there, but I don't know, something about Pelle, he good at everything, you know, so it's
But you
always
said you had 2K, right?
Yeah, I got 2K for sure, but golfing, he got it. I'm gonna catch him in something though, something other than 2K.
Okay, so we are live and we've got some fan questions coming in. I've got one from Trendy Jukes, and he asks, "What would your advice be to younger players following a similar path to you to the league?"
Yeah, Trendy Jukes. Advice is just to. I would say my advice is just to work, man. Work, stay grounded, stay humble, stay disciplined. You know, you gotta stay disciplined within yourself. Self-discipline is the biggest thing. We don't all see like our own self getting better, so just know that you're getting better. Have faith in the work ethic that you're putting in, and approach everything you do with confidence.
Hey man, you can be an inspiration to a lot of people too, right? Yeah,
Absolutely.
There you go. Always a pleasure to see you.
Sure.
We'll see you up in Boca soon. Thanks for joining us, Keshad Johnson.
Sure.
And we are going to take a quick break. Thank you for joining us live on YouTube, and we'll see you soon. Yeah. And we're back with Myron Gardener, who was on the Summer League team. I got to say, last time I saw you, I wasn't in Vegas, so I was only in San Fran. And I saw you leave the court with a finger injury. And I didn't know when the next time we were going to see you again was. But then you were back in Vegas. So was there an uh-oh moment when that injury happened, like this might be a while? And how excited were you to get back on the court?
When I seen my bone was out, I'm like, dang. It's over with.
I'd be like, dang, too.
I'm thinking it's over with, but I went back. I got the X-rays. They said it wasn't no fracture, so they said I might be good to play if it's good. If I heal good the next week, I ended up taking rehab seriously. Do good. I'm like, man, I want to play. So I got out there and played for real.
Fortunately, it worked out well. What did you take away from the time you got on the court in Summer League? What do you think you showed people?
I just won't give up, especially with the finger injury. When to play through it, do anything to help the team win.
Yeah.
Competitor, things of that nature.
Yeah, you were really fun to watch from the time I got to see you play, and I hope people get to see you play during preseason.
Thank you.
Obviously, the team was impressed as well because they rewarded you with a two-way contract. When you get that deal, how elated, how excited are you? And then is there also a moment of like, I can't get too happy because I got to keep working too?
No, for sure.
Yeah.
When my agent called me, told me, I really couldn't believe it at first. Like, I'm like, hold up, huh?
Yeah.
Me, I'm like, okay. So it took a minute for it to settle in. Then when I signed it, I'm like, that's when I realized I can't get comfortable. Like, it's not guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed for real.
When you think, I mean, obviously the Miami's developmental program, they have a reputation. They put guys in position to succeed. They give you the tools you need. What have you gotten out of the program specifically from what they do so far?
No, it's just, they don't cheat the work. It's hard work for sure each and every day.
Yeah.
It's really, you don't feel like no light days for real. Like, every time you get in here, you expect it to work, but do some work.
I'm curious about this because, the program has such a reputation. How does it work, though, to be inside of it? Are they sending you like, here's a sheet of goals? Are there benchmarks you have to meet? Like, what is the day-to-day of this program like?
No, it ain't just goals. It's just, I guess it's start from the culture in it. Like when you come into the locker room or the weight room, you see the energy of everybody, everybody ready to work.
Yeah.
Like even the coaches working out and doing stuff. So it's like, I can't select myself.
Yeah. You see Spo out there working out too.
Yeah, for sure. When my first week, Spo was in there working hard. So I'm like, oh yeah, I don't play.
Yeah. This is a young team. And I'm sure it's going to be competitive on one side of the roster for those spots and for minutes. But there's some vets too. Who are you looking forward to learning from? And guys like Bam, what can you take away from watching them these next few weeks?
Oh yeah, I could take away from guys like Bam, Wig, all the guys for real that's had experience in the league. Yeah, playing against and with greater players. Wig's got a championship. Learn how to win, just how to stick in the league for sure. How to professionalism, all that.
Exactly. We are taking fan questions because we're on YouTube right now, and we've got one from Bones. His name is just Bones. Shout out Bones. He asks, what was your favorite or most memorable Summer League moment?
Favorite or most memorable Summer League moment? It might be either when KJ came with dunk like Brian. When Vlad hit that game winner. 2 years.
Yeah. All right. Well, last thing I want to ask you is, there are the obvious goals. You've already got the two-way spot, eventually making the team, getting a rotation at some point. There's all these things you could earn your way in the league in a sense. But just for this year, what are your realistic goals for this year? What do you want to see? We get to next May, June, and you look back, what do you want to have accomplished?
I just want to accomplish improving my pace on the court, things like that.
Okay.
Make sure my defense continue to get better. And my stuff off the court too, like professionalism, keep getting that to top notch.
Well, we're all excited to watch you play this year. It's great to see you again. I'm glad you didn't miss that much time, and we'll see you soon up in Boca for training camp. Thank you very much. Yep. That was Myron Gardener, everyone, and we're going to take another quick break, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir.
We're back on YouTube Live on the HEAT's YouTube channel with Vlad Goldin. It's great to see you again. Last time we saw you was you're good. Last time we saw you was in Summer League. But before we talk about anything basketball, I just want to say we've seen you walking around the streets a little bit, coming to practice, coming back from the arena, and I've seen your dog. You've got a like. I don't know if it's what kind of a dog is it?
Bernedoodle.
Bernedoodle? Yes. I mean, it's one of the biggest. I thought it was the biggest poodle I've ever seen. Right? So
I get that a lot.
How long have you had that dog?
Probably 2 years. Like he's a little bit over 2 years. So
yeah.
2 years and months and something.
Yeah. It's a very fitting dog. I think it's perfect for you.
I think he grew a little bit more because of me, because I'm tall too. So I think he was trying to like.
Yeah, he's got to catch up.
Because he was supposed to be like 20-25 pounds less, and now he's 80 pounds.
Man,
I'm trying to feed him.
Yeah, you're feeding him the right stuff. And I got to mention before we get into anything else, you did a vlog for us at Summer League that was absolutely hilarious. It's up on YouTube, so please go check that out. But we'll get back to Summer League. That whole experience, put it all together. What was the Summer League like for you? What did you take away from it?
Oh, it was unbelievable, to be honest. Like I was just thinking about Summer League like a couple days ago, and it was unbelievable just because like. It's a great place, especially like people like who played in college for like four and over years. It's just like you see people who you played before, you see familiar faces, and you understand that like all the work you've put before it finally pays off. You finally understand that you can like make a next step to do like in your basketball career. So it was like. It was just crazy to see like all the people who you battle and now you love with them. So it's amazing.
Yeah. So you got to play with Kel'el a little bit in Summer League, but now you get to spend some time around Bam, working out, practices, Summer League or training camp. What are you looking forward to playing against Bam, and what do you want to learn from him from watching him?
To be honest, I'm trying to learn everything. He's been in the league for pretty good time, like I believe 8 years or something, and he's been like one of the most consistent players. He plays like great basketball, but it's great to see like how he carries himself like from locker room to the court and everything like in this direction. I can see it a lot, so it's like kind of like cool to like learn from one of the best ones.
For sure. So I just want to ask quickly, you went to FAU and you're about to have training camp up at FAU. What's that going to be like, that experience, being back on the court?
It's amazing because 2 years ago I was watching like Miami Heat like from the high stands, and I was like, I was like trying to like pick the things, what they do before practice, what they do after practice, how they like show the like what they do like with their body language during the practice. And now I kind of can be like on the court and see like from different perspective. It's just unbelievable that like life is such a circle that it's gonna bring you where you're supposed to be.
Absolutely. So we've got a fan question because we're live on YouTube right now, and we've got one from Duran Butler, and Duran asks, what aspect of your game do you want to focus on this year?
Winning. Yes, I mean it's kind of like a little bit complicated questions because like there's no point. I can focus on anything, but if it doesn't impact the winnings, there is no point to like focus on it. And that's why it kind of like I bring that kind of mentality is like, if the team needs me to do this, I'm gonna do this. But if my team doesn't need me to do this, there is no point to me to show everybody else, to fans, that I can do it if it doesn't impact the winning.
Absolutely, that's a great mindset to have. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. It's great to see you again, Vlad, and we'll see you soon up in Boca, back in your old stomping grounds, right?
I love it.
We'll see you up there.
That's my house.
All right. Well, thank you very much to Vlad for joining us. We've got a special guest coming up very soon. But in the meantime, again, for those of you just joining us, we have so much content on our YouTube channel now. We've been pushing to get more content up there. We've got classic games. We've got podcasts now. Again, we've got the Davion podcast already up, but we've got more coming this year, including some ones that you're not going to see coming. We've got After the Buzzer, our post-game analysis show. We've got plenty of all-access pieces. We've got funny stuff. We have everything. We've got live streams as well. So our YouTube channel has really been growing and growing and growing. And please subscribe so you get those notifications of all the things coming up. And look, as we're waiting for our guests, I'll just say right now that what's exciting about this team is that it's young. There's a lot of unknowns in a good way, because unknowns mean you don't know what's going to happen, but there's so much talent on this group, and there's guys who could take that step forward, that leap forward. And that's what excites me sitting here on Media Day, waiting to find out who's going to take that step forward, who's going to, you know, earn 25, 30 minutes a game. We don't really know, you know, so it could be anybody, but there's especially with Tyler being out for a little while, there's going to be those minutes to fill, and you could hear it from talking to these guys. They know there's opportunity. The young guys know that there's, you know, opportunity for them to earn another two-way spot that's open. On another note, something else we have coming up on YouTube is we have the Red, White, and Pink live stream coming up. That'll be on October 15th at 6:30 p.m., hosted by Jason Jackson and Amy Audibert. We'll have the whole game, and, you know, we'll have some special guests during that live stream as well, because, again, we are trying to give you access to every single part of this team that we possibly can on YouTube. And we've got great producers helping out, bringing it all the way, especially producer Shannon, producer Janelle, behind the scenes today. We've got Alex and Cameron up in the control room. You know, we've got everybody helping out. So we've got a whole team. It's not just me. And we're trying to give you the best YouTube experience that you can possibly get. So we are slowly waiting for our guest who's going to be coming up. And again, we've got fan questions available. If you want to have your question asked, put those in the chat and we will get those coming in. And who do we have coming up? Dain Dainja. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
It's good to see you again. It's been a few months, right? Oh, right there. So we are live on YouTube, Dain, and I just want to say something. I've actually been thinking about a couple of your highlights all summer, because you have this quick post spin move that you hit some guys with. It reminded me of, like, man, guys don't use that move anymore. Where did you get that move from?
So actually that was like it's funny, that was like the first move I learned. Like for of like me playing basketball and me training, like that was just the first move I learned. So like I worked on it so much, and like I just started to, like, as I got older, and like I just started to master like feeling my man. So it's kind of just like a feel thing for me.
Yeah, I mean, the post game is a bit of a lost art these days, but I don't think people remember. If they watched Shaq back in the day, Shaq would have that. He was a big guy, but he had that quick post spin, and once he got that guy on his back, he couldn't do anything about it, right?
Yeah.
What has worked out about your relationship with the Heat so far? Oh, so how important was it to you to be invited to camp?
I mean, it was probably the best news I've received in a share of my life. I mean, this is what I worked for. You know, just with the confusion of like able to be in to go back to college, or you know, like it was a big thing with me in the summer, like to find out if I was going back to college, or so it was kind of like a last minute thing. So, you know, there's a lot of just frustration, but to be able to know that I still had options to, you know, play pro ball, was just a blessing for me. So when I got the news, you know, I was ready for the moment. So
yeah, well, it's awesome to have you back. It's a pleasure to see you. We're looking forward to seeing you up on the court up in Boca, and best of luck.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you for joining
Appreciate
us. All right, well, we've got a special guest for you. I didn't know if we'd get him. Where'd he go? There he is. Coach of the Miami Heat, one of the top 15 coaches of all time, Erik Spoelstra.
What's up, Coop?
Welcome back. So we could talk about plenty, but I'm going to start with just the offseason, because, you know, it's all relative, but you probably had, maybe compared to the summer before, it was a bit more calm. You had a bit more time. What did you do just to decompress and to kind of put last season behind you and move on to the next year?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is, and I really appreciate Pat saying that in the press conference, I was not burnt out. I mean, I don't know where that, you know, came from. I love this profession. I love coaching. I love being part of teams. Yes, I was embarrassed about the playoffs, like we all should have been. But, you know, I was able to spend a lot of time you know, with my family, able to go out west, able to go to Oregon, able to go to Hawaii, able to go to Europe and visit, you know, some of our players.
For sure.
It ended up just being an amazing summer. even after that playoff exit, and then still had plenty of time, to prepare a plan, for the start of this season with this new group. It feels like, we've officially turned the page on a new chapter. It feels natural, for that. So that's been invigorating.
Why is it important to? Because this is not the first time. Whenever guys are playing overseas, you go over, you check out, you sit down, watch some practices, watch their games. Why is it important for you to put boots on the ground, to be with them, to support them in that way?
Well, I think, first of all, yes, I've done it before. That just didn't. The world's different now. So it's just more noticeable when I went over there. I actually appreciated that nobody knew that I went to Rome to see Simone. And he was able to pick out a nice bottle of wine, get some nice food. Taught me how to order, the 5-course meal with pasta and fish and all that. That was fun. It was really fun going to Stockholm and Belgrade. It was probably the Belgrade part of it because they're so basketball crazy over there that it just I couldn't sneak in there. But it was fun to spend time with Pelle's family. I'd never met them before. And, I was hard on Pelle last year, so he definitely saw a different side of me. Nico for sure than in previous years because I was going over there as a friend just to support them and just to meet with their families and hear funny stories about them when they were kids and not to be a head coach telling them what they needed to do. They had their coaches. I was just there. Really just to support them and be a friend.
Do you see guys kind of taken aback to seeing you so relaxed in that way? Do they have to adjust for a moment?
Maybe a little bit. Probably not as much with Nico because I've spent more time with him. With Pelle, it was different. Because most of my meetings with him last year were basketball related. Because everything just happened so fast after the Olympics and after he was with Summer League, all of that. And like I said, spending time with their families. I had never met Nico's sister before. I'd seen his mother, a bunch of times in the family room, but never had officially spent that much time with his dad. His dad is a character. He's fun. And it's those kind of moments that you're just grateful for, and it was fun.
So we know that you always come in with a plan. You've got your areas of focus. What have you been thinking about the most? What have you been formulating? Where do you see the greatest opportunities for making gains with this group, with this roster is?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, number one, and it'll kind of answer your question, but it means a lot more to us that our organization sees it, our fan base sees it when you're either in this arena or you throw on a game on TV, that you see a Miami Heat team. That's first and foremost, and we don't have to advertise it. We know it is. The level of competitiveness, toughness, grit, physicality, the fan base has to see that. And our players have to develop a sense of pride in that before we can even start talking about these banners. And then outside of that is this unknown that I talked about that is not a negative thing. To me, it's invigorating. I think I see great possibilities.
It's opportunity,
And it's about leaving space, for guys to step up and then hopefully collectively step up to surprise us and do it in a way that impacts winning. This is not just how many points or stats can I get. It's how can you impact winning to a standard that we expect with the Miami Heat, and that's the challenge that I'm looking forward to.
So we'll finish off with this thing, and unfortunately Tyler had that injury. Fortunately, he will be back sooner than later, but it is kind of an intermediate time period we're dealing with where it's not, 4 or 5 months, it's not 1 or 2 weeks. So how do you as a coach kind of plan out for a guy who's such an important part of your team to be out that sort of intermediate period of time?
The style of play, I think will fit both. And I think it's important. Bam has played a certain way where he can be on the ball, off the ball, and Norm has also played a certain way. Last year was his best year of scoring, but he was still doing a lot of it off the ball. But he also can be a guy that can generate offense for you with the ball in his hands. But I think you need that versatility. Tyler obviously improved a lot last year playing off the ball. So different guys. I think we saw it in the playoffs. You need to have that versatility. You need multiple guys that can make plays, not just one or two. You need multiple guys, and that's why Davion will be important, Wiggs will be important, Nico, and so forth. We have a lot of guys that we think can fill those kind of gaps.
Thank you very much for joining us, Spo, and we'll pepper you with questions coming up very soon at training camp in Boca. Great to see you.
Cool.
Thanks for joining us on YouTube.
All right, man.
All right, folks, and we're going to take another quick break. I hope you enjoyed having Erik Spoelstra on the show and all of our players. And remember to keep putting in those fan questions. We'll see you soon. Go ahead right here. Yeah. We're going to go live and
It's live.
all right. Welcome back to our live stream on the Heat's YouTube channel. We're joined by Andrew Wiggins. Wiggs, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. I'm very excited to be back. The summer was too long. It's too quiet, and we got to get back to basketball. Everything last year happened so fast. It felt like the trade deadline, and then there's just so little time to get adjusted. Do you feel more settled in Miami now?
For sure. You know, I'm glad that I got a summer under my belt. Just being here, getting situated, getting a chance to really explore and, you know, see Miami for what Miami is and everything. Yeah. It's been good.
What's your favorite part? What have you discovered about Miami that you really like?
It's just a vibe. It's just Miami is just a cool place to be. You know, the weather, the people, all the stuff you can do is like limitless. So it's been an amazing summer.
You also got a chance to go back over to China. I did. So I'm curious as that we can only follow it on social media, but how was that experience for you?
It was fun. It was actually a really good trip. I enjoyed it a lot. My friends came, my brother came, my mom came, and you know we all had a blast.
Yeah. Is there? I mean, it feels like watching from afar. There's a level of fame and celebrity that already exists in the United States, but then you go to China and it kind of explodes. Is it different being famous in China in a way?
For sure. You know, it's just like, you know, different culture. You know, it's like how, you know, how people embrace or like, you know, embrace celebrities or, you know, well-known people. Because I feel like America, a lot of celebrities like live in America. And I'm sure there's a lot of celebrities in China, a lot of Chinese celebrities, but you know, I feel like people don't go to China as much. So when they do get the chance, people really embrace you, and the love they have for you is out of this world. Like it's always fun going to China because they show you so much love, so much respect, and you know, it's always a good time.
And we know they love basketball over there.
They love basketball. Sure. Yeah, love basketball.
So talking about basketball a little bit, they come into this season, you've accomplished so many things in your career already. You're a very accomplished player, but what's left? Like, what are your goals now as a veteran? What do you want to accomplish this year individually?
I feel like the most important thing is to win. You know, you always go into the season wanting to win a championship, working towards winning a championship, you know, and just got to speak it and play into existence. You know, that's the main thing.
Is that something that happens to a lot of guys as you come into the league as a young guy and you kind of want to prove yourself and what you can do, and then over time you realize that the winning really is the main thing? It's not just a saying, like it's all about winning.
It is all about winning, and when you win, other good stuff follow behind that. Yeah.
So we've got some fan questions because we're live on YouTube, and I've got one here from Tay. And Tay asks, you know, now that you've had this offseason to get adjusted and get settled, what did you work on in your game to get ready for this year?
I worked on everything, you know, just trying to polish, you know, every part of my game, from ball handling, shooting, you know, finishing around the rim, trying to get back to my younger self, you know, trying to get back to my old self and, you know, even finish above the rim, you know, a lot more than I did last year, you know, just trying to get on that rim.
So we got one more from Heat Clips, and Heat Clips asks, what was the hardest thing about moving teams and cities mid-season?
For me last year, I had just had a kid like a week and some days before I got traded. So that was probably the toughest part, you know, being away from my family. You know, I got 3 kids, so just being away from them was definitely tough.
I can relate to that, man. I don't know how you dealt with that, but you dealt with it with so much grace at the time. It was impressive. Last thing for me, I just think it's interesting. We've got Tyler Herro. He's doing his media day. Obviously, it's unfortunate the injury happened, but it's kind of not oddly timed, but it's not going to be 4 or 5 months. But it's also not an ankle sprain that's a week or two. It's this like weird intermediate period where the team has to adjust, but you can't reshape everything because you know he's coming back. So what is it going to be like, not filling in, but figuring out what the team is while he's out, knowing he's coming back relatively soon?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone's just going to have to step up. The whole team is going to have to step up, you know, and do a little bit more. You know, that's the thing, because, you know, Tyler's a player that you can't replace or just do that. You know, there has to be a collective thing because he's that talented, you know, so everyone has to go out there. Everyone has to do a little bit more.
you know, and when it's time, when he comes back, that's when we're really going to take off. That's, you know, that's the squad right there.
And you can't replace them. You can recreate them in the aggregate, as to borrow a phrase from Moneyball, right?
Yeah. Just
thank you so much for joining us, Wiggs. It's a pleasure to see you. Welcome back. We'll see you up in Boca real soon.
Yes, sir.
All right, take care. And we'll be back very soon, folks, on our live stream on YouTube. See you then.
Like live right now?
Now we are live right now. Welcome back, everyone, to our live stream on the Heat YouTube channel. We're happy to be joined by Tyler Herro. Tyler, I'm sure everyone has been asking you about the injury, but before we get to all that, let's go to some lighter fare. What did you do just to take a break, decompress this offseason? I know you got over to Europe. What else did you get to do?
Just spent some time with my family, my kids.
Yeah.
Went home for a little bit, spent some time in Milwaukee. Turks and Caicos, that's my spot. But just chilled out, relaxed, decompressed, like you said, and took in last year and then tried to prepare for this year.
Kiddos are getting pretty big.
Yeah, they are. They got to slow down. They got to slow down. They're getting big quick.
Man, I would love it if my kids would slow down growing. But, you know, you've always been on the cutting edge of fashion. I was asking Terry earlier because he went over to Paris Fashion Week. I know I was following you on social, and you're always into fashion. Did you pick up anything new, any new trends fashion-wise this summer?
Yeah, a little bit. I got some tricks in my bag for the season.
Okay. Now, look, I'll just take us back a few years. I don't know if I've ever seen a player be as heartbroken as you were when you got injured in Milwaukee that year. Just seeing you the next day and talking to you, it was hard not to feel just for you. This time around, what did it feel like? What were your emotions realizing that you needed surgery?
Yeah, well, this happened in July, and the process of like July, August, September was me just like, I've got 2 PRP shots, a cortisone shot, did like extensive treatment for like 2 weeks. It was like 2 weeks at a time trying to see if this would work, if this would work, and nothing seemed to work.
Yeah.
So that was more disappointing than actually finding out I had to get surgery, just because I was ready for those 2 months of not knowing what it was. Like I was ready for that to be over and just, if it's surgery, let's get the surgery and like let's just work towards getting back.
Yeah.
As fast as possible, and that's ultimately what we had to do.
Sometimes we just want the answer.
Yeah,
right?
and that's it. So
yeah. Well, you know, in the meantime, you're going to be out. It's kind of an intermediate period of time. It's not going to be 4 or 5 months. But it's not 1 or 2 weeks. So the team will have to adjust, but they're not going to change the entire team because you will be coming back. Who are you looking forward to watching while you are out? Who do you think is going to step up while you're out?
I mean, I think the easy answer would say like Norman or Wiggs. That's the easy answer.
You got a lot of young guys on the team too.
Bam, right. And I think the young guys are the ones that are going to step up. I think Nico in specific I think he can really benefit from it. Obviously, he's one of the guys who can do a lot on the court, you know, whether it's bringing the ball up and getting out in transition, passing, scoring, attacking downhill. He can do a lot of it. And watching him win Eurobasket before I even hurt my foot, not knowing I was going to be out to start the season, I was really excited to just play with Nico, see how Nico continues to rise his game, and I'm still looking forward to it. I think Nico's going to have a tremendous season, and that's what this is about.
So you came into last year just like a different player. We talked about it all year long in your development. I actually don't think you got enough credit for the second half of your year. Once teams started adjusting to you, and you had to even change your game again at that point. But once you have that big leap year, what do you do to follow it up? What have you been working on this summer?
I've been telling everyone, just becoming more efficient, obviously drawing fouls, finding ways to score easier. You know, the guys guard me pretty tightly, so just honestly like shooting over 3-4 guys with hands all over the place, like just making my workouts game-like, but making shots and doing things 10 times harder than it would be in the game, because I mean the game's going to be hard for me in itself. And then obviously just getting stronger, which I did last year, and just continuing to build off that. I feel good though.
Yeah, it sounds like, I mean, you kind of built a new foundation for yourself last year, and now you're just building out that. Since we are live and we are on YouTube, we do have some fan questions, and I've got one from, let's see if I can say this right. I think it's Joe Gets the Dub. And Joe Gets the Dub wants to know just what you think about your fit alongside Norm once you come back.
I think it's going to be an easy transition, an easy fit. Norm's, I've always been a fan of Norman's game, and then he's a guy who's played with a lot of good players, a lot of great players, and he can fit in anywhere. He's on the ball, off the ball, and I feel the same about myself. As far as playing on and off the ball, we can do both, and I think that is going to be complementary to each other. I think he's going to take a lot of pressure off of me as far as attention that the defense has on me. I think Norman's a guy that can really he's really can hurt a team if you're not paying attention to him. And I'm excited to just see how he helps us. And even in this first 8 weeks with me out, I'm excited to see him do his thing.
Well, we're all excited to see you guys together. We're excited to see you back on the court when you get there. I'll pepper you questions.
Appreciate
when
you.
you do. And it's nice to have you back, Tyler.
Appreciate you guys.
We'll go to another break. Everybody, remember, you can see Tyler all year on FanDuel Sports as well. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, folks. We are still live on YouTube, on the Heat's YouTube channel. We're about to be joined by Davion Mitchell. What's going on, man?
Doing good.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
It's been a few months, but it's great to have you back. I'll tell you, folks, we have a podcast up on the YouTube channel right now with Davion Mitchell, one of my favorite interviews
that was a good one.
I've ever done. I love doing that one. And part of that podcast is we talked about you're always carrying a ball, but where's your ball, man?
They got me carrying a camera.
What's going on? This is not the Davion Mitchell package.
Yeah, they got me carrying a camera today. You know how I go.
I got you. So for the people that, maybe haven't followed, but in your mind, back when it was decision time in June, was there ever any doubt in your mind that you were coming back to Miami?
No, I mean, I think that I wanted to come back here more than anything. That was like my main goal, but obviously I got to do what's best for my family, me and my family. So I think that, but my main goal is just please get back here. I feel like there's some unfinished business that we got to take care of, especially through the last season. We didn't do as how we wanted to, but I think that now we get a training camp together, I think things are going to be different.
I mean, you've talked about before about how you, even before getting here, this is a place you wanted to end up. For
sure.
But what made the decision or that mindset of wanting to come back? What made it so easy that this was the place that you belonged?
Yeah, I mean, I think that just everything. I think that the Heat fans, the coaches, everyone kind of just embrace who I was as a player. I think that, and you kind of want to be in those situations where like you're basically embraced to you literally just playing hard. I think that's like my main goal, going out there just playing hard. I didn't have to do anything special for me. That's what I don't think. I think me just going out there being myself, and if I can be myself on the court, then I wouldn't want to be nowhere else, right? I get to actually just go out there and hoop and not think about anything.
Absolutely. Yeah. Once you got that business out of the way, and then you were in summer league with the team for a little bit, staying around the team, did you take any time to just chill? Did you get to relax? What did you do to decompress?
Yeah, I actually went to. Funny to say, when I took that picture with the off-night jersey in the snow, I took like 3 days off. I was in Switzerland.
Right.
Yeah, but that's like the only time I got really to take off.
Okay.
Other than that, I was kind of just been, working.
Yeah. Well, that's what we know about you, is that you're going to be working. What do you expect to build on from how you individually did last season? You had those great playing games. You had some great moments in the playoffs. What do you think individually you can build on?
I mean, honestly, just build on that, like kind of just being that same guy, but also just I think now I can be more of a leader. I think there's a lot of things that kind of like, it's tough because when you get traded, it's kind of like you don't know what role you're going to play when you go in. And I got traded to guys a team where like we're trying to win, and it was kind of hard for me to say my voice. So I really wanted to say things, but I was kind of like questioning, like, all right, should I say that? I haven't really been here long enough. They've literally been going through it. Like, should I say anything? So now that me going through practices, preseason, like kind of like, I can be a guy that can be a vocal leader. I think that's one thing that I can be more of this year. But obviously, I think there's just keep being consistent. I think that's like the thing that me and my trainer Dre been working on this season, just kind of just being consistent and everywhere, part of the game, in the paint, 3-point line, things like that, for sure.
So I've been told that you have a connection to FAU now. You guys are going up to Boca. The head coach up there is someone important to
Coach Jaquez.
Yes. Tell us about getting to be able to see him again and what that's going to mean to be around him this week.
It's going to be amazing. Obviously, I ain't gonna lie, he's like kind of like one of the reasons why I went to Baylor, for real, and making that decision to kind of change my life. So I mean, just being around him, it's gonna be great. I seen him a couple times during the summertime. He has a great group of guys, but his mind and how he cares about his family, like it's inspiring, right? So just to be around someone like that, someone that loves you no matter what, is gonna just be amazing.
Yeah. So we are on YouTube, and we have some questions coming in fast from our fans. So I'll get to those. One's from Heat Forum.
Okay.
Heat Forum. They got this question in early. They wanted to ask too. How do you feel about finding a home on the Miami Heat?
How do I feel about finding a home?
Yeah, on the Heat.
I mean, I feel great. I think that I ain't gonna lie, I think I was made for. Like, to play basketball, I think I was made to be in Miami, to be honest. Just because of the culture that they have here, what they bring to the table, it's just like me. It's just like, so for me to just be myself, like I said before, I love it here.
We got another one from Y-Bands. Y-Bands, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. They ask, how do you think your Bulldog mentality motivates the younger guys on the roster?
Motivates? I think that it kind of just shows, because like when you first get in the league, you don't really, you don't really know what it's gonna be like. You don't know how much playing time you get. You don't know anything, so you just go out there and you just try to play. But me showing them how just to play hard will just show them how to get on the court, right? And then starting from there, if you play hard, you get on the court. Now you can show everything that you can do. You can pass, you can shoot, but first you gotta get on the court, and which means that you gotta play extremely hard. You gotta be a dog, especially a guard. You got to be a dog on the defensive end so you can get in. So just getting the opportunity to play, get to show what you can do. So it would just show everyone that, man, if you play hard, you're going to get – Coach Spoelstra is going to play.
Especially here. I was going to say, exactly. So last one comes from Heat Clips. And Heat Clips, sorry, man, this keeps coming up, but will you continue wearing your jersey in public, they ask?
I mean,
at this point, you've embraced it.
Yeah. Like I think so. I think that it was a little bit of a summer thing because I missed wearing that jersey. I missed
the red culture.
Yeah. And I kind of missed playing games. So I'm like, I'm just wearing my jersey today, just because I missed the season. But in season, I'm probably not gonna wear my jersey actually outside. But in the summertime, you'll catch me wearing it again.
Awesome. Well, always a pleasure, Davion. We'll see you back up on the court.
Yes, sir.
In Boca, and we'll be back very soon. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Davion. And we're back on our live stream on YouTube. First of all, pleasure to meet you. My name's Cooper. This is our first time meeting. From both myself and for the fans, do you prefer Norm or Norman?
Honestly, I have so many nicknames, so whatever you say, I'm cool with.
I'm gonna go with Norm because watching from afar, I've always called you Norm.
Perfect.
And speaking of watching from afar, after that initial surprise of the trade this summer, which when I saw it, I was excited because I've loved watching you for years and years and years. How have you settled into Miami? How have you adjusted after the trade?
It's been really simple and easy for me. I mean, for one thing, like just my personality, I'm super low maintenance. I'm super low key, so the move and everything has been easy. I've been traded before, so that's also comforting because I've been through the experience of walking into a whole new organization and meeting not only just my teammates but everybody involved. So it's been a seamless transition, and I think also being traded in the summer helps.
Yes, absolutely.
Rather than just halfway through the season and now you got to pick up and play in 48 hours, 48 hours. Like you have actually a full summer to get ready, and then a full training camp on your belt before the season starts.
How did you feel about the Heat franchise before you got here? Is this a team that you had thought about, that you'd known about beforehand, and have they met the reputation?
Of course. Dwayne Wade was one of my favorite players growing up. I've talked about how I try to model my game after him because we're a similar size player, explosiveness and everything. So I was taking moves and things from him, trying to replicate that when I was in high school and college. And I've always wanted to play for the Heat. That was one team growing up that I wanted to play for because of him. So it's a full circle moment for me to be able to put this jersey on and then find out that I have his old locker. Find out before the trade that I actually I saw him and talked to him in Europe a little bit at Con Sports Beach, and then ended up being traded. So here, so it's kind of crazy how everything came to fruition. But I'm definitely excited to be here.
Well, you can see the inspiration, I think, especially when you get into like your intermediate game and the floaters and the way you're kind of creating space. That's all Wade right there, right? So obviously we're in the situation where Tyler's going to be out for a little bit, and I know you've talked about it already today where you were in that situation last year while Kawhi was out. What do you think is it about your career? You said you're low maintenance that makes it so easy for you to adjust on the fly because you've been a starter, a sixth man. You've just always been adjusting.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, like I haven't talked about it much, but I think early on in my career, even before the NBA, being at UCLA and the different roles and situations that I was faced with then as a teenager, trying to navigate and get to the league, had me prepared for the variability and the changes that happen in the NBA. Coaches changes, your role changes every single year. Being promised something and not getting it and trying to figure it out. It just had allowed me to be ready for the different obstacles that I would face in the NBA. And then obviously just keeping the main thing. Working extremely hard on my game in the off season to make improvements, while still keeping that same belief in myself and what type of player I want to be and can be, and letting that fit into the team aspect and letting it unfold naturally. I could be a guy that forced it and did a bunch of things and never know how that ended up, but I was always just, whenever my opportunity comes, I'm gonna be ready for it, and show that I can take on more responsibility for the team. And throughout the course of my career in different moments and settings, I've been able to do that, and I think that's has allowed me to have such a long career, being a second-round pick, and just giving me more and more opportunity.
Yeah, so I mean, watching you again, no matter where your usage rate is, like it's 20%, 30%, you're always playing your game, right? It never feels like you're ever playing outside of yourself, and part of that's because your game is so smooth in that way. Now, Coach Spo is someone you've probably known about for a long time. What were your expectations coming in of what he's going to be like, and what has he actually been like?
Honestly, I just had expectations that he's going to be super cool. Because I've had a couple of former teammates come through the organization, and they speak so highly of him. And then just knowing like basketball in general, how they talk about Spo and what he's been able to accomplish from where he started in his journey, and just his knowledge of the game, and how he's able to get the best out of his players, push players outside of their comfort zone to be the best version of themselves. I'm super excited about that. On and off the court, he challenges you. So it's been great, and talking to him, he's talked about my defense and getting back to how it was when I was early in my careers in Toronto.
Days,
playing against them and guarding everybody that they saw fit. So I'm super excited about, finally being able to play under him and, go through a training camp and see how it all works and how his mind goes, and just continuing to push the limits of my game and myself.
Well, I want to give one chance because we have some fans putting questions. So we'll finish up with that.
Let's do it.
And this is from Train Gray. Gray, thanks for your question. And they ask, do you look forward to playing with the center like Bam and his skill set?
Yeah, actually, I'm super excited about that. Honestly, the versatility in Bam's game is great, especially for me coming off DHOs and pick and rolls, being able to attack and put pressure on the paint, and then them having to respect his lob threat ability, and then them having to respect his mid-range shooting capability and playing off of that area would just open up my game and another dynamic to the offensive flow. So I'm super excited to play with a skilled player, athletic player like him.
Well, we're excited to watch you play this year. It's a pleasure to meet you, man.
One question, I thought we had more.
Oh, that's it for now, but we'll have more throughout the year, I'm sure.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
And before we go back to another break, folks, I want to make sure we mention that, again, we're going to have another live stream for the red, white, and pink game, the scrimmage, on October 15th at 6:30 p.m., hosted by Jason Jackson and Amy Audibert, both masters of their craft. So again, that's October 15th, 6:30 on the HEAT's YouTube channel. It's the red, white, and pink scrimmage, and it'll be a very fun time with more special guests that night. So we'll be back very soon again, and we'll see you soon. Oh, man, good to see you. Welcome back. All right, and we are back on YouTube. We're live, Kel'el. We're live on YouTube, and last time we spoke was at Summer League, and we recorded a great podcast that's not out yet, but it'll be out relatively soon. I'm curious as to, once you take the whole Summer League experience together, what did you take from all of that, both San Francisco and Vegas?
I mean, I would just say, having to go out there play, play to my best ability, go out there, just impact winning. So
for sure. What did you do the rest of the summer? What did the rest of your summer look like? I know you were back in the gym working, but did you get a chance to relax? What did you do to decompress a little bit?
Well, I took a trip to Egypt after summer league, so
Nice.
that was nice. Spent like a week out there.
Yeah.
And and when I came back, it was time to work. So
Egypt is not a place you hear a lot of guys go in the off season. So what made you want to go there?
I wanted to go. Me and my girl, we went. So
Yeah.
went there with her family. Spent some time out there. So
Nice. That's awesome. Now, you're not a rookie anymore, right? You're a second-year guy. I'm curious as to what's the difference doing media day as a second-year guy, being a part of the team as a second-year guy. What is it now not being a rookie?
Well, I mean, you don't really have like the nerves. I would say, the jitters of anything, just like popping up because you don't know what's going to happen or what's going to come up. But I guess being in the second year, you kind of know how everything goes. Like I guess what's to expect.
Right, for sure.
Yeah, you're more used to it.
So we all got used to watching you in that starting lineup with Bam last year. And I don't know, Spo is always going to camp with an open mind. But as far as you're thinking, are you expecting, do you want to be a starter again? Do you want to revisit and continue that starting front court with Bam?
I mean, of course. I feel like everybody want to start. I would say, but I can't control what the head coach decision is. So whatever he chooses to go with, that's what he go with. And if I'm in the starting lineup, then I'm in the starting lineup.
You can just play the best you can play, right? That's all you can control.
Exactly.
So since we are live on YouTube, we've got some fan questions coming in. Trendy Jukes, I see your question, but you've already got a few in, so I'm going to go to Heat Ranger 305 first. And Heat Ranger 305 wants to know, how physical do you expect other bigs to play against you this year?
I feel like probably the same as last year.
Yeah,
I would say. I mean, I don't feel like anything's going to change with anybody else's game, but how they play. So if they played physical last year, they're going to play physical this year. If they didn't play physical last year, they're not going to play physical this year. So.
Absolutely. And now we'll get to Trendy Jukes, who wants to know, how do you plan to improve your game this year mentally on and off the court?
I mean, just just sticking to it. Playing more through the fatigue. Going out there. Playing my best 100% all the time, every play. So.
So I'll finish with one of my own questions again.
Okay.
Do you have, let's say we get to the end of the season and you look back, do you have goals? Do you have benchmarks? Do you have things that you want to hit that you want to look back and say, I did that?
For myself, right now, no. But as a team, I just want to go out there and win to avoid the play-in, like last year. But, my main goal right now is really just go out there, play 100% every possession and you just impact winning. So.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure again. Everybody's been doing that all day. Again, we've got a podcast coming out soon, so I hope everybody enjoys our conversation there, and we'll see you up in Boca very soon on the court.
Yes, sir. See you.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
And we'll be back soon, folks, with Bam Adebayo. And we're back live on YouTube, and we're about to be joined by Bam Adebayo. Bam, welcome back, sir. We're live on YouTube.
Okay, we're live.
We are live.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right.
This is the end of your day. I know it's been a long day for everybody. We've saved the captain for last, of course.
I'm last?
You're last.
Oh.
Yeah, you're bringing it home
Y'all
for us.
should have got me first. Yeah, I should have got me first. Let me get this over.
You're going to bring this home.
All right.
Now, before we get to basketball, you had 2 summers ago, you had the Olympics. A long summer, crazy summer, very exciting. Was this summer a little bit more calm? Did you get a chance to decompress? And
Yeah,
what did you do?
I got to travel.
Yeah.
I honestly just got to lay in my bed and not set an alarm.
It's nice, isn't it?
Man,
Yeah.
listen, like when you get to listen, every once in a while, I like to feel normal. I like to wake up at like 11:30. You know, it's all right. Maybe noon.
Mm-hmm.
But I got to travel. I got to go to Greece for the first time. Never experienced Greece before, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
The food is amazing. Obviously, the water is great. I got to go to St. Lucia again, and yeah, I had a very decompressing summer.
Did you take in any history in Greece? Jaime was over here saying he loved the Acropolis.
Now that right there was also fire.
Yeah.
I mean, from Jaime's talking about that. I'm talking about how much I was drinking. But yeah, the history there is amazing. Just being able to, see other people's history,
other cultures,
and see how they represent it and how they go about it. I really respected that.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. It feels like yesterday that we were at Orlando Summer League in the bleachers.
People don't even know about Orlando Summer League anymore.
Yeah,
kids don't even know it exists.
It's ancient history at this point.
Listen, I'm part of the change. I'm part of the change.
But man, it doesn't feel like just yesterday that was happening.
Crazy.
And now you're in year 9. You're the leader. You're the captain of this team. You look around. You got these guys looking up to you. What feels different about being your role in the team now?
I don't hear you, D.
Yeah, there's that.
I love you, OG. But it just feels different, man. Because, like you said, man, there's nobody else.
Yeah, it's all you.
And to be in this seat, like, it's been a lot because I didn't want to be in this seat at first. I hated it. I talked about that in media. Like, I hated how much they was wanting me to be in this seat, and now I'm looking forward to it. Now I'm looking forward to the challenge of, we got new players, new team. How do you get us all in line? How do you get us all in sync? And, being able to, obviously decompress this summer, but also think about, like, how can I bring us closer together as a brotherhood when the season does start?
Yeah.
And, talking with Spo over the summer and being able to get his input and what he's involved with and what he wants our team to look like this year. It's exciting for us. I'm looking forward to it. So, first things first, get off to a great training camp.
Your language isn't as colorful, but you're starting to sound a little bit like some guys are here before.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So since we are on YouTube, we're going to get to some fan questions. They've put in some in. We'll go to Dribble God first. Dribble God wants to know, how do you feel about getting to play alongside Wiggins and Mitchell to start the season now that you've kind of had a few months with them last year?
I feel like everybody has an expectation for themselves. I feel like everybody's coming in with a chip on their shoulder. They're wanting to show, what they can become, what they can be. Changing the narrative about what everybody sees about us. And you want that when it comes to what we're trying to do. You want everybody to feel different. You want everybody to play different. You want us to get off to a great start. So, having Wig and Davion to the start of the season this year is, I'm looking forward to seeing how they really embrace Heat culture and how they've had a long summer just to be a part of it.
Yeah. Davion was here saying, like, if he had any choice, he was coming back. He was coming back fast because he made the decision early, right?
Fact.
All right, we'll finish off with one from Heat Forum. And
Heat Forum?
Heat Forum.
Forum. Oh, I thought you said forearm. I was like,
that'd be a different name. But this is the question that you've been asked every year, but it might be a little bit different answer this time. And how have you worked on your 3-ball this summer, and how much more are we going to see of it this year?
Man, I'm more consistent. So, you know, I look at it as, you know, like a video game. Everybody wants to beat their high score. So it's like, in all assets of my career, in all aspects, how do I beat my high scores? Field goal percentage, assist numbers in a season, rebounds in a single season, points in a single season, free throws, free throw attempts, like 3-point attempts, 3-point makes. Everybody likes to hear 3-pointers.
There you
go. But how do I beat my high scores? And, you know, to me, that's being consistent in the work that I've done over the summer. So when I get out here, it just feels normal.
Well, we didn't miss that over the last couple of months of the season. You were over 40% from 3, so you got some building there.
Man.
Yeah,
talk about it. Might shoot 43. Never know.
There you go. Bam. Always a pleasure. We'll see you up at training camp soon. We got more basketball questions coming. And folks, that is the end of the day. It has been a pleasure to spend this day with you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. This is a great group of guys. Clearly, those interviews are really fun. Not every locker room is like that, but you can tell this is going to be a good locker room, a fun locker room to be around all year, and it'll be a good group to follow. But now, Media Day is winding down, and it's off to training camp for these guys. They're going up to Boca. And before you know it, the games are going to be coming. They'll be fast, furious, and we'll be in the thick of the marathon just like that. In the meantime, remember, all those games are going to be on FanDuel Sports. Remember to come back to YouTube for all of your content needs. Again, podcasts, Heat Classic games, post-game analysis, sound, highlights, inside stuff, all access passes. We've got everything for you on YouTube. That'll be updated regularly. Make sure to subscribe so you get those notifications. Shout out to the crew, everybody for helping out. Shout out to Craig and Janet. I heard they were watching all day, so thank you to them. Thank you to Liana, Sierra. I hope you guys weren't watching because you're supposed to be in school, but if you did, I see you. And in the meantime, good luck, good night, good luck, and we'll see you very soon. Take care.